I never made it over to Chuckles, but I had an open invitation at Chuckles. Chuckles is closed now. But they had invited me over there. I was trying to be bold enough to go to Chuckles. But people of God, tell me our best days are here. Saint God has a change of course intended for you that's about to blow everyone's mind. God's transferring you from barely making it bus line to double blessing motors. Look over there and tell them double blessing motors. You gonna get a car. He gonna get a car. I feel like Oprah. Everybody's gonna get a car. Double blessing motors. You gonna get a house. He gonna get a house. Everybody gonna get a house. You gonna get a business. He gonna get a business. Everybody gonna get a business. We gonna get a church building. Everybody get a church building. Saints of God. I'm telling you, I take some big old hits, and I know I'm an easy thing because I'm 59 years old, and I'm resolved that I'm not going to be anybody but Steve Smith. I ain't going to be you. I ain't going to be you. I spent so much time. I spent so much time suffering. I spent so much time studying. I've had so many disappointments in my life. And I paid too much to come here and be a clone of you. Saints of God, I'm telling you on this morning that God's about to give us. He's about to turn your shame. You saw where they shamed me. You saw where I was humiliated. And right there is where God is going to put me over. Right there is where God's going to lift me up. Right there is where God's going to do it. Tell somebody God's gonna do it right there. You know when you dating old Bow-Leg Stanley, and every time you drive by old Bow-Leg Stanley's house, you feel some shame. But old Bow-Leg gonna see your new dude. Tell somebody he gonna see your new dude. And your new dude, he walks straight. He ain't got no bow legs. He walking around here, and he got the swag. T-O-L, got some swag. Saints of God, we ain't the biggest, but God has put some super all on top of our natural, and right at the place where we were suffering shame. God is gonna give us a big old world changing, Memphis changing, America changing the Lord, right where we lost. God's gonna call us to win. Yes, Mother Bell, right where you lost. God's gonna give it. God can restore. Do we serve a God that can restore? Yes. You were the one that they sat at the back in the classroom. I hope you wasn't the one that failed the open book test. But if you were the one, so many people, my dad always has this sermon he gives us on delayed gratification. He told me about this smart guy that went to BTW with the leaning over shoes, and everybody talked about the guy with the leaning over shoes, and that was his legacy. But how about this cat? He comes back at the class reunion, and now he's a big old COO, and all of a sudden, all the persons that were laughing at him are now asking him for a job. You know how the beauty queens, and you come back to the class reunion, and now she looked like Pablo, and you the ugly duckling. But God, he turned that thing around. God, he made you big. God is gonna give you back whatever the enemy stole from you. He's gonna turn it. Look over there. Tell him he's gonna turn it. He's gonna turn it. It's starting to turn this week. It's starting to turn. God's about to turn it. For all your shame, you gonna receive double, 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 double. Not 1 plus 1, but 2 goes to 4. 4 goes to 8. 60, 32, goes to 64, 64, goes to 128, 128, yes sir, goes to 256, 256, goes to 512, 512, goes to 1,024, 1,024, goes to 2048, 2048, goes to 4096. Yes, sir. That boy knows his head. He knows it. I hear Jay Clapton listen to that boy cipher. Yes, sir. If you believe that God's gonna give you double, stand up, shout with a war cry. I feel God giving me double, double. Wherever that Negro made you cry, wherever that time you were treated bad, whatever negative things that teacher said about you, double, 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 double. They saw you put out, double. They saw your car being repoed, double, double. You had a baby and they were mad, double. Devil, devil, devil. God throws your problems and your iniquities into a sea of forgetfulness. But there's always some Negro that want to go deep sea fishing. Go and find what I did in 1986. But saints of God, 1986 gave me some double in 2025. Pick your year out. Holler your year out. The year when you suffered all year long. And tell them I got double coming for that year. Oh, come on. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. 86, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2020, and double, double, double. Yes, sir. Double, 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 double. You out here in animation traction doing your work. And God said double. You doing it one by one, but God said double. Go tell 5 people double. God's going to give you a prophetic word. Right at the place where they saw you lost. Right at the place where they saw you take an L. God's going to give you double. He's going to make every one of them gossipers have to say double. Double. All the he say, she say. Double. All the I heards. Double. All the water cooler, break room, and parking lot prophets. Double. All you prophets that spoke over my life. I gotta tell you, yes, I'm talking to you. Double. Devil, devil, devil when that nigga left you, devil when that nigga didn't call you back, devil when this lady didn't call you, devil, 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 when they made everybody else go overtime, and you the most faithful employee, and they give all this because it's your boss's cousin, devil.